Facebook Live. Okay. Okay, I don't know. I guess we're all right, huh?
I don't know.
Well, anyway. Well, good morning, and welcome to Pastor Harry's Backyard Chat. So, I'm not sure. I'm trying to stream on two channels at the same time, and I'm not sure it's working, but we'll give it a try. And it looks like I've been streaming for 2 minutes, but I just started. But because it was giving me a message to look up stuff, because my frame rate was too slow. And we'll see how it goes, though. We'll keep the best one. What was I thinking here? I'm trying to remember. Oh, I want to talk to you about blooming for Jesus. Blooming for Jesus. A story I read. Daily Bread a while back, and it kind of went like a fella wrote that he wasn't quite honest with his daughter when she came back from Amsterdam. She had brought all these tulip bulbs, and I act like I was really excited about it, and overwhelmed, and as excited about the bulbs I was about meeting with her, and which was a really good thing. And he was excited about getting to see his daughter and meeting up with her and those things, but the truth was about the tulips, it was his least favorite flower because they come up too soon and they only last a few days and they're gone. They fade fast. And so, and here it is July, and it's too hot to plant tulips in July, so he had to put them up. And he waited till, the weather cooled down. In September, he decided to go ahead and try to put the tulips in. So he did. And he made a tulip bed, and he planted the bulbs, removed the rocks and the sandy soil in there and all those things, and some good topsoil, some plant food, man. He did everything he could. And gave that final pat in that flower bed. And he offered his last blessing over it, hoping for a great crop, to pop up. And so, but in the meanwhile, while he was doing all this, it reminded him that this little project became a humbling reminder of what God's called us to do. He's called us to love one another. We're supposed to love those, even those that we're not fond of. We got to look past their faulty weeds. See, God has enabled us to extend love to other people, even in temperamental seasons. Oftentimes, mutual love will bloom in spite of ourselves. By this, Jesus said, everyone will know that you are my disciple if you love one another. And it's a hard thing to explain that God enables you to love. Now, we don't necessarily think of it that way, because when we think of God, we think of what He's doing for us, and He talks about love. Well, godly love is not manly love, or woman and man love. Now we think about that fuzzy feelings and all this kind of thing, but that's not what love is. Matter of fact, He tells us not to love in words, but in deed and in action. In other words, love is demonstrated. It's demonstrated by our actions. It's demonstrated. I think, we ought to tell each other we love them. We tell our friends we love them. We should tell our wives and our husbands and our families once in a while, especially our children and grandchildren. But you can tell them that you love them. And, that'll be a big blessing to them. Because, everybody's not loved every day. And I used to pick up the kids on the bus, and I worked with the kids a lot. As a Christian, my first Sunday school class was 10-year-old boys. And I had the best time out of them boys. And, it made me want some boys. But then I got some girls, and I had a great time out of them. So it made me want a girl, but anyway, we got a boy and a girl now. And they're all grown. They got their own kids. And I got 10 grandkids that I could share love with. But they always tell me they love me. I always tell them I love them. But just saying you love someone doesn't mean that you love them. You have to demonstrate love. Love is demonstrated in many ways, especially unconditional love. I have one grandson right now that I love to death, but I think he don't feel loved. I'm really worried about him. He's kind of left us all. Went out on his own. He's gonna do it on his own, I guess. I don't know. But I still demonstrate love to him. If I see him right now, I'd give him a hug and tell him how much I love him and miss him. And that's just what I would do. He's my buddy. He always has been. I've had some good times with him. But anyway, we have to demonstrate it. And then also you can demonstrate love even to those who are not your favorites. There's people I love, but I don't necessarily spend time with. I may not ever go out to eat with them. I might visit them if I felt a need to, but that kind of thing. But no, I probably don't fellowship with them. Maybe we don't have all that in common, but things of that nature. But that's, I think that's only natural. But when you think about these flowers, and after all that time, of course, this old guy, he was waiting for these flowers to come up. And so the following year, and here come his daughter to visit him, and only God would work this out. But at the same time she arrived at their house, those flowers were in full bloom. And it was like he was so excited about that, because now not only did his flowers bloom, but his daughter got to see that he planted them, and he was excited about them. And that's how he demonstrated love to her. And the fact is, he wasn't that excited about those flowers, but he loved her so much that no matter what she would have gave him, he would have been excited about it. And that's just the way it works when you love someone. It can be the smallest thing, and it would be the greatest thing to you. Let me ask you something. Whom is God asking you to love? Even if that person isn't your favorite. What can you do to show that person more of the love of Christ? How can you do that? Well, that's a good question. I won't take time to read the scriptures, but you could read John 13:35, and where he tells us to love one another and to love him as he has loved us. And I think that's something that we can all do. And I had someone ask me one time, said, how come you tell everybody you love them? Well, I don't necessarily tell everybody, but most of the people I know I tell I love them because I do love them. And that means that I would do about whatever I needed to help them if the time came. That I have committed myself to doing these things. And that's how I demonstrate my love. And so, someone asked me one time, says, how can you still love these people? They ain't been to church in years. I said, that's true, but I'm going to love them till God tells me not to. And that's how you love people. You love them till God tells you not to. And I don't know if he'll ever tell you that, because I don't remember ever just laying down the love I had for somebody. I don't know if I can do that. And that stays with me, even people who've been gone for years. I still have that pastoral love for them in my heart. So, but anyway, I got to quit. I don't know how long we've been going, but pretty good while now. We got about 13 minutes in this, so it's time to quit. But let me just say this. Oh yeah, today I'm here at the office. So my backyard chat is my office chat today. But that's all right. And sometimes you can sit here when I'm down here working. And my computer's out down here, so I got an old laptop I brought down here. I'm going to leave it down here until I get me a new computer. And I'll see how long it takes the church to say, Pastor, I think you need a new computer. And I'd say, well, you know what? That's a good thought. Maybe I ought to buy me one. What do you think? But this one's about 10 years old probably. So it was due for a new one, And I could probably take, the hard drive out of this, got all my stuff on it, probably put it into a new one, and keep all that stuff with it. So anyway, we'll see if we can upgrade and get something a little faster and smarter and sharper and quicker and all those things. But anyway, I don't know what we'll see. We're rattling on again. That's what we do. But we're having that chat. See, that's what a backyard chat is. We sit there. We have a cola. Of course, that's a do. But and enjoy one another's company. But I want to thank you for being with me. But here's the thing: if you don't have a church home, come to Delhi. We got a seat for you. I'll leave a little light on for you. You see that light back there? You say, preacher said he's going to leave that light on for me. That's for me. And I'm going to go in there and I'll brush you off a nice little, one of the pews there. I'll brush you off a nice seat. And it'll be nice and fresh for you come Sunday. And you can come down here and worship yourself to death along with us. And we'll just enjoy having you. And we'll enjoy being here, I promise. So if you don't have a church home, come here. If you don't make it, we'll see you right here at Pastor Harry's Backyard Chat. Don't forget that. So if we don't see you there and we don't see you here, we'll see you in the air. And that's a good thing too. So be kind to everyone, because everyone's having a tough time. And we'll see you tomorrow right here at Pastor Harry's Backyard Chat. And until then, bye-bye.